Well, hello and welcome to my shop. Well, I decided I wanted to make two bowls out of one piece of log. This particular wood is either white oak or post oak. I'm really not sure, but I made two natural edge bowls, one on the top and one on the bottom. Added a little twist with a dogwood under epoxy, and the bottom has my logo under epoxy. It's got a real nice finish, and if you want to see how I made this thing, you guys need to hang in there. But this is going to be a double natural edge bowl. In other words, the bottom's also going to be natural edge, and the top's going to be natural edge. So I'm going to put, this is, put it right here where you see it. Okay, pith is right there, and this is the long part, okay? That's going to be the top of my bowl, and this is going to be the bottom of my bowl. So I'm going to put a faceplate right here, and then I'm going to, I'm not sure. I guess I'm going to take it down to the round, and then the center part I'll, sort of like dish it out, so it'll be sort of like the center of something, and then I'll come around and do each top or bottom. I don't know. This is oak. I picked this out of a pile. I wasn't sure what it was, but I took it out there and compared it to some of my trees in my yard, and this is definitely oak. It's probably post oak or something like that. I don't know. There's so many different oaks, who knows? And it could be white oak. I'm not real sure. I don't recall any. Yeah, there is acorns out there, because this is the one right outside the shop. It does have acorns. So I'm going to take it to the drill press and put me a 4-inch hole right there. All right, here goes nothing. I'll tell you what, I like this thing, especially once I did this. It gave me some flexibility. I saw Gary pop a 47 using his last night, and he doesn't have this on his, so he can move his up and down. Once I did this, boy, I got all kinds of flexibility, and that ain't going nowhere, guys. I got blocks under each side to hold it right there. These are my bandsaw blocks. That ought to get it, but as usual, I'm more this way than that way. I must have one eye shorter than the other or something. Well, I had to go take the faceplate off this one. It just came out of the pressure pot. It's the only one this size I got, and my next size is right here, and it won't work unless I have a bigger Forstner bit, I guess. I took it out. This is going to be my next project, but it's not there yet. You can still see that. So it's going to take another day. That's a total bolt fix set. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I mean, it is really super thin, and it gets in all these holes. This is what's in there, so you can see what I'm talking about. So that's going to be an interesting project. That'll be next. My wife wanted something colorful, so there's yellow and there's orange. So we'll see. Oh, what have I got myself into? Probably should turn these off. Cut these down with a bandsaw. When I come around here, See, I can't come in this way because I got to save this and this. So I got to come in straight. It's the only way to do it. So when I come around here, it's going to hit that bark and go bing. So I think I've got to go over to the bandsaw and figure out how to cut some corners off. Well, here's the way I figured it out. Not taking a whole lot off. Try to keep this as straight as I can. Actually, it's not even hardly out of bounds. I feel a little bit right there. That's the grand right there. That's where we're going to start. No, we're not. I got too much dust on my face shield. I can't see. Seeing helps, you know. All right, play it again, Sam. I just want to see what it's going to look like, so I want to clean it up a little bit. Oh, of course, that's all in grain. It's going to be a pretty wood. Lots of spalting right there. All right, it's for greens. Ooh, it's absolutely wet. 32, 31, 38, 39. Well, I guess, uh-oh, get out of my way. 28 over here. So, guess what? It'll go in the dehydrator. Okay, lunch is over. Let's whirl. The worst part about this whole dang mess is I spent 2 hours just to clean this place up. Now I'm making a mess. Oh yeah, looks like I made it for it, doesn't it? Sometimes I sure fuss at this heavy banjo. Whew. Yeah, this is going to be a barkless one, for sure. Well, I went to turn Turned my camera off a while ago and it was black. Yeah, I have no idea why it died. The battery's full. It's a 60 gig SD card and I only got 8 little files on it. So all of this, hauling every bit of this is missed. All the way up to here is good, but hauling this and making the tenon in there is missed, and the back. So that's what I did that you can see here. I hauled this in here and I built a tenon in it. And now I'm getting ready to mix up some slurry to fix all this punky wood and put it in the dehydrator overnight. And tomorrow we will finish it. Again, I apologize. I don't know what happened. First time I've ever had that happen. Well, I've had it quit before because the battery was gone, but you know, the SD card's never full, that big of a card. And I just checked it, it's not full, but that last file is just not there. So, well, I guess we go with what dealt us. But at least, you know, when I hollow this other end down here, at least I'll make sure you get to see it. It'd be basically the same thing. So let's get on with it. Well, maybe I forgot to turn the camera on. That's unlike me. Something happened. That's for sure. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and put sealer on it. I really didn't want to before I put it in the dehydrator, but I'm going to. I don't know if it makes that much difference or not. I guess we can find out, can't we? But the slurry works best if you've already got sealer on it. Wet sealer, that is. Over here at all these punky areas. This is a mixture of the sealer I use, which is Minwax. Sanding sealer, I use the water base. It's my preference. This will get into all those punky areas, and then they'll sand smooth, see? Any cracks or anything, it's a good way to fix them too, especially the little ones. The beauty of water-based is I just go in there and wash my hands. I really sort of like try to work this in so it gets in all them little voids. Then I don't turn it. I sand it because I found that by turning it, you can pop it out. Not that it's not in there good, it is, but sometimes you get a little deeper than what you want to get, and it gets under it. All right, that ought to get it. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the dehydrator as soon as I clean my hands up. And I guess we'll see tomorrow then. If you want to see how the dehydrator works, you need to look at my last video, the one before this one, on the dogwood natural edge bowl. All right, I got it out of the dehydrator just a while ago. In fact, it's still warm. And it really sort of surprised me, but I can understand it now. It really cracked a lot. I can't tell nothing about warping. I hadn't even spun it up yet. But here's a pretty major observation. From about here to here, there's no new cracks. This is where it's turned down thin. This and this is all real thick. See, look at that crack there. Here, all of these, and of course, naturally, the pith will crack. Look at that rascal there. Maybe it's not, ain't the same one. And over here. So, you know, of course, I'm not going to abandon this project. That's not the way I fly. So I'm going to go ahead and fix all these with CA and real thin powder now because, well, Normally I would fix them with a slurry, but I don't want to wait all night. Plus I'm going to turn this a little bit more so it'll get, like see right here, see how this does right here? It'll get rid of that if I turn it a little more after I fix them. That way, you know, it won't be there, if you get what I mean. So I'm going to just start first. I'm just going to go around and putting CA in all of them and let it get to the bottom of them. I don't see any new cracks from about here up, and that matches what I hollowed on the inside. All right, well, I got the dust collector on so you can't hear me very well. Maybe you can. I'm standing close to the camera. But I'm going to use the palm sander to clean up the wings, and then I will rotate it and get the rest of it. I think I'm going to come in here and just sort of round this out a little bit. Use a round cutter and just come in here and just sort of round that. Make it a whole lot easier to sand. Not that I'm necessarily looking for something easy. I ain't looking for something hard either. That one looks good. Got a few here that could use a little work. Overall, it looks all right though. Sometimes I turned it. I did. All right, let's go put this in the dryer. That was 2 rounds of the slurry. These look like they're still there, but they're not. They're got the dark filler in. Yeah, it looks good. I hadn't done the inside there yet. I'm gonna wait till I finish that. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some sealer on it because I want to see what it looks like. Man wax sanding sealer, water-based. Even though I'll say it 5 times, I'll get somebody will say, well, what kind of sealer do you use? Well, I guess they just don't listen. Oh well, I'm accused of that myself sometimes. You'll be watching YouTube, you know, your mind's elsewhere or something, you know. And quite frankly, some of these YouTube videos are boring. Especially just like those that just change the shape of wood and never say nothing. I just don't like them. If I want to listen to music, I go to a music channel. Well, let me wipe that down and then we'll proceed finishing that inside. Okay, we are going to start working on the inside again. All right, well, I didn't intend to put a tenon in here anyway. I was going to do a recess and just, I guess you just got to talking and wasn't thinking about it and made a tenon. And it fits pretty good except for one little minor detail. These Nova jaws, the inside is not a dovetail, and I cut a dovetail in that. So basically, all you got is the very edge of the tenon grabbing right here. you don't have the whole thing. And by the time I take the dovetail out, it's gonna be too small for this. So I'm gonna go back to my original plan, which was to put a recess in it. A dovetail recess. So that I know will hold. All right, I gotta cut that flat, mark it, and then make it. No biggie. Order it. Just fell off there. It slipped out of my hand. See if I've done any damage. I know it hit something right there. Wonder it didn't break it off. I can fix that. Yeah, just went to do that and it just fell out of my hand. Wonder it didn't break it. Hold on to it this time, Larry. I forgot this thing had been in the dehydrator and warped it. That's one reason it started cutting sort of funny right there. Get this thing marked in. I'll be right about there. Damn. I was trying to watch them wings. I didn't want one of them to get my hand. That wouldn't feel good. Hit right there once. Ain't be all right. Straighten it up here. Won't take but a sec. Well, before I flip it around, I thought I'd go ahead and, just for my own satisfaction, see how well it shines. This, as usual, is Axe sanding paste. I use a lot of this. It's getting slim here, but I got another one. Ain't no biggie. Now, oh, that looks nice. Because when I get it off, I'll use the Beal buffer on it most likely. I'm going to attempt to go to that purple line right there. That ought to get it. Because I don't trust that. I'm going to put this in there and it'll sit in here about like so. I'll tell you the depth right there. Yeah, perfect. And that's just a safeguard in case it comes off of there. You know, it's not going to go flying on the floor. I meant to show you guys something and I forgot all about it. But when I put this chuck on the spindle here, last video, I don't know if you remember or not, but it wobbled real bad. Well, what I found out was that the face of the chuck had a little piece of like epoxy on it, like a little dot, which meant that when it screwed it all the way up, it sit cockeyed just a hair. And of course, you get just a hair right here. You got this out here, see. So that's what made it look so much. And this one cleaned off, and you'll see there's no wobble to this one. That's the difference. Now, I just thought I'd mention that. I meant to do it earlier. But I didn't. I think I'll make a little shorter work of it here. Of course, it's going to put more stress on it. But I guess that's all right. If it holds, it holds. If it don't, it don't. I gotta go by another 1/2 inch deep here, make this a little thinner. Let's see, no, I'm about the same. We're gonna be almost done here shortly, guys. It's cutting better than I thought it would. Didn't mention it, this is Star Bond, super thin. Sometimes I'll forget. Well, I'm just about done with this thing. And I tell you, since I left you last, I didn't see much need in doing a bunch of videos of something I do all the time. The only thing, you know, I finished sanding and a little bit of buffing, and I went ahead and took me this dried dogwood leaf or bloom and epoxied it into that place right there. I thought it needed a little something. And this end is ready right here. And I'll be mixing up a little tabletop, you know, total boat tabletop. And this will go into there. You know, that's my logo off my business card. So I'm going to go ahead and get it buffed up first, and then I'll set it up to pour that little bit of epoxy, because you know it has to sit all night, so you know, I can't do nothing. Right now I've got Axe polish on it. See this thingamajigger here, it's made for like spreading glue down, for like doing hardwood floors, you know, use your death, but this is perfect for this. I mean, it really does a good job of cleaning up your wheels. There you go. So let's see if we can't do a little something here. Have to be careful not, you know, not catch one of these up here. See, I caught, oops, I almost run it into it. Oh, that hit right there, it flipped it, see? So you gotta be careful. Now here's where it can get tricky. Really be careful in here. It would go very deep. I'll finish that with the drill. All right, this is another wrap here, guys. I'm not exactly sure what you're gonna call it. Started out to be two of them, but I quickly realized that I'd either have to put a different pedestal or flatten these, so I went ahead and flattened the damn robocall. Oh, makes you so mad, doesn't it? You can't get much done. I found the best way is just let it ring once or twice and hang up on it. Well, anyway, let's get back to this. Sorry we got interrupted. It was beyond my control, that's for sure. Anyway, this is some kind of oak. I think it's white oak. I'm not real sure. It's got a whole lot of spalting in there, and there's a pith going all the way through. It's well, I guess you could say sealed. And I poured a lot of CA into the center of that pith. I think next time I do one of the pith, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to drill the center of the pith out. Not necessarily all the way through, but I'm going to drill it out, wherever it shows up, and then I'm going to, put CA in the hole and then smooth it up with something, maybe sawdust, epoxy or something. That way I'm hoping maybe it'll stop that cracking, because if this ever cracks, it's going to originate from the pith. It always does. Anyway, I got a little dogwood right there, and on the bottom side, and epoxy again. There's my logo. It's finished with Minwax sand and sealer, about 5 coats, sanded and buffed with axe paste. The little bit of epoxy I used in it is Total Boat tabletop epoxy. I found that the tabletop epoxy works for a lot of different things. You can actually cast with it, and it's the most reasonably priced epoxy that Jamestown has, that I see, and it works just fine. Before I got sponsored by them, I used to buy tabletop and use it for all my needs, every one of them. Didn't matter what it was. And I never had any serious problems. So I don't see any reason not to. But the finish is really fine. I mean, it's just as smooth as a baby's rear right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's really smooth. Of course, I'll take some stills. But I don't know exactly what you call it. I don't know what you'd ever use it for. Just sort of like to sit on something. There you go. Hey, if you like what you see, if you got any friends that want to see a video that is just, natural, no putting on the dog or, no loud music, I'm what I am, and most people know by now, that's it. What you get's what you see. Background noises, it don't matter. It's just like you come to visit me. And that's the way I want it, and that's the way it's going to continue to be. So anyway, go ahead and subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe, and guess what? You need to call your mama, especially this time, and your family and everybody, and it'll be over with before we know it. We can get back to semi-normal. Take care.